Folks, welcome back to another episode of Carolina Outdoors. Today we're fishing on Lake Marion with my good buddy Allen Spence. He's going to put us on these giant catfish we have down here. We call them the land of giants. Come on the boat and follow me on. Allen, how's it going, man?
Good morning. Doing good.
Yes, sir.
That's a good one.
Folks, joining me right now is Allen Spence. Allen, good pleasure being with you today. Tell us a little bit about how we're going to set up on these monster cats, because I heard there was 100-something pounder caught the other day. Now, what do you think about that?
I haven't quite seen it yet, but they're here.
Yeah.
I did see a report of one about 70 caught yesterday. Somebody pre-fishing for the upcoming Monster Quest tournament.
Right.
What we're going to be doing is we're going east here, down by an area called Nelson's Cut. And there's some deep water, an old pond system. We're going to be drifting. We got a north wind, northeast wind. So we're going to be covering water using sea herring and white perch for bait. We've been running 8 rods. Where I'm set up to where I can drift like you're driving. This boat's made for fishing, and I think we'll do pretty good with them.
Allen, I noticed we kind of about to set up on our spot, and tell me what you're looking for on the graph out there. Trying to set up on this ledge, or?
No, what we're doing, I'm up here in about a little over 6 foot of water. We're going to start our drift, and what we're going to do is travel. Winds are out of the northeast, northeast, and we're going to let it push us out toward the main tree line. There is a deep drop off here, just shortly where we are, and by the time I get the socks out and get the baits off, we'll pull them right into the drop off.
Right, we'll be able to have rods in the water by the time we get to where the fish are. That's a simple technique there, ain't it?
Works pretty good. We've got a fair wind today. I run a 76-inch sock from Cabela's, and it does a really good job for me. I have been out here, and we might have to go to 2 socks.
And generally, you go to 2 socks because you like to keep it at what speed?
I try to stay a half a mile an hour to no lower than 0.3 and no higher than about 0.7.
Right.
I have been out here with
and this is for catfishing. That's what you might have a different speed for any other species. You might would try something different, but for catfishing, that's what you like to keep it at. Now I know we got a little bit of herring, we got some perch. Tell us a little bit about how you gonna cut these herring up here, and what kind of herring they are.
Now these are what some people call them sea herring, some people call them river herring.
Right. What
they are is the adult blueback that's coming from the ocean right now to spawn up through here. They come up both the Santee River and the Cooper River. I catch these myself out of the rediversion canal that they built some 20-some years ago to a lot with a fish lift, and that lets them, along with American shad, come in the system along with stripers. These are a lot of fun to catch, but they make extremely good catfish bait. They're small enough that you can run the whole bait. If you wanted to, it's with the 2 hooks in them. What I like to do with it is to cut the head. I'll do a fillet here on one side. And then what I'll do, this is a female, and then I'll cut the head off, and then I'll make little cuts across the other part. I don't throw much away, very little, because the catfish will eat it.
And will you use that fillet side too, or you like to use the side with the bone too?
I use both. This one here will hold the hook a little bit better than that one will. I'll cut these. These are for more of a smaller fish. I use the head, and then I'll cut this in half for a little bit bigger fish. And it works pretty good for me. What we're going to do is I run my lines at all different lengths back. I'm going to put the first 4 out using herring, and then on this side of the boat I'm going to cut and put some white perch out on that side. So I give them a little bit of choice, and I'll let them tell me what they want to do.
All right, I noticed what you got here is like a basic Santee drift rig, but what would you call this here?
This is just one of the rattles from Whisker Outdoors. I like them. They make good sound. They make one a little bit different than this, but I like the original. What I do is I'm using a snell knot on this. This is an 8/0 Team Catfish circle hook. It's a dual action.
That's 8/0.
That's snelled.
Okay.
Saturday I have another knot I run. There's a gap right there, and I have had it with the blue cat likes to roll, and I lost a nice one because he got into a tree, and his rolling and twisting caused the line to pop through the gap.
Right.
So now I'm snelling every one of these on because this is the time of year that there's big cats out here.
And with those heads, you like to hook them through the bottom like that?
I like doing this way because sometimes these heads I'll use them twice. I'll get 2-3 fish off the same head.
Right.
Now, if I get another fish on it, I still got the head, I'll run it through right here.
Run it different so it ain't tore up so bad.
Right. And sometimes I'll leave a little bit more meat.
Well, I know a lot of people some people I've seen like new bait every time they pull it in and every time they pull it back out, but I haven't seen much of a difference. Have you? I mean,
I do. I'll change baits if I change areas.
Right.
Now I will, if I get a bite, I'll bring it in and check it.
Right.
I also have a little bit, some scents I'll put on. It's a little blood scent I'll put on sometimes to help them that have been in the water a little bit longer. But I haven't really found that much of a difference. I guess tournament type fishing where you're really wanting to be active.
Right.
I've seen guys change baits quite frequently.
Well, I know catfishing can be a little lull sometimes because a lot of times you wait on that big bite, so maybe that's why people would like to change it a lot more than others.
Right. I've also known individuals that never throw anything overboard. They put all their extra junk into a bucket because they don't want to what they call feed the fish.
Don't want to feed the fish, and not get them to bite the hook, right?
Exactly. My rig, my drift rig, I've come up with it. I use a wire system with a 3/8 ounce bullet weights, and I can change weights. I can add or can go down. This is just a little over an ounce weight total.
Okay.
My front weights will have 4 to 5 on them because I want them to stay down, not go back as far.
Right.
Now this rod here I'm throwing out will be 250 feet behind the boat. I run line counters on mine so I know exactly how far behind the boat they are. You couldn't measure anything by them.
No.
But they'll give you a pretty good idea instead of standing there trying to count them out.
Right.
I'll let that feed out, then I'll rig this one up with one of the pieces of cut bait.
All right, this time I see we got some white perch, and this is a smaller one. Do you like to use some bigger ones too? Or?
I do. I tried to get them about twice this size.
Right.
Unfortunately, last night, this is the mainly catch. I caught some a lot smaller.
Well, you got to go with the bait you got, right?
Right. What I like to do with these smaller ones like this is I'll start at the tail and I'll fillet him in just past the top of the dorsal fin.
Right.
I'll flip him over and do the other side.
Same way.
Same way, and then cut the backbone and the tail out of him, trying to be careful not to cut the other fillet in half.
Okay.
And what I have is the head, and the head's where the hook holds real good.
That is a really nice looking piece of bait there.
And then I have 2 pieces of meat, and the smell and the scent will come out of him real good.
Right. Now I've heard people say that they like to cut these spines out because that would deter a catfish from biting and feeling.
That is why I cut the spine off.
Okay, so you think that holds weight to it, huh?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Exactly. And what I'll do with it, like he's chum,
right,
add a little bit of scent and smell. It never hurt.
All right, you see us hook this bait. We're gonna hook it up right now. Still got the same setup,
same setup, same hook size. What I do with him is I hook him right through the head like I did that large herring head.
Right.
Now listen here, I only get one use out of.
Right.
But they like the eyeballs of these baits, both the herring and these. We used to use crappie heads here.
Right.
But we can't do it legally anymore. South Carolina with a minimum 8-inch size.
Right.
And you have a head out here, the game warden don't know if that fish was legal when you
That's right. It. Well, folks, stay tuned. We'll be right back. Hopefully we'll have a fish here going in the boat. All right, guys, we just hooked up on one. It was like a pretty good fish. We had the wind pick up a little bit, and as the wind was picking up, we had to put out another drift sock, slow us back down. Kind of using his weight to stay down there a little bit. What we're using that with the snell hooks, you ain't really got to you know, say set the hook when he hammers down on it. He'll kind of just use the weight of him laying down on the hook. Basically just crank down on him heavy and he'll turn the hook on through the side of his mouth. He's kind of staying down. I don't think he's coming back to the back where he's going to do that death roll, so it might indicate it's a little better fish.
Okay.
Trying to do the death roll at the top, ain't it? That's a really good fish though. That's what it was. And he hit it like he was starving.
Don't mess with it. We have to have a good system.
There we go. Roll on in there head first.
Okay.
Yes sir, we got him netted now. I've definitely done it before.
Yep.
Oh yes.
That is a big cat. Male.
Awesome.
That is a nice catfish.
He is rolling.
They do.
That is a really active fish. Might not tore him out enough when I got him to the boat, huh?
What we'll just do is cut the line.
Oh, he got right down in there, didn't he?
Yeah,
I noticed, you know, that snail hook, a lot of times a circle hook will get right in the corner of the mouth. That got a little deeper. Do you see that with that snail hook?
not really.
Most time it's supposed to get him. He was just hungry, huh?
He's hungry. He is hungry. It didn't get into a gill plate. That is what you're looking for.
That's a really good fish.
The scales here, we can do a quick weigh.
Okay.
Now the scales I use are actually for deer. They go 660 pounds. Ease it down there. Go ahead and
Ready now?
19.3.
19.3. I mean, that's a really pretty teenager Arkansas blue is what they would call this, right?
Yep.
Well, Alan, I know I seen how you tied that snail hook on a while ago. Could you illustrate a little bit about how you was tying it?
Yeah, there's two ways of doing it. The one way is like I showed you. You always come in by the point of the hook to the eyelet.
From the point, okay.
Yep. I come along the bottom. I make my loop along the bottom of the shank.
Right.
And then you start here by the eye, and you start wrapping about 7-8 times back.
And that's really where you get your strength on your knot, okay.
7. And then what you do is you tuck it under the loop.
Go back through.
And then on the other end, you start pulling it to you. And you're holding it at the same time so it don't unravel.
And that cinches it down.
And that's it.
Fish on, baby. Oh. Yeah, I think he just popped it. I think he just popped it.
Yep. Come on. That happened.
I think he popped the line.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
They're rolling on that hook. That hook don't get any real good. The cat's just rolling.
Well, part of fishing.
Yep.
Yeah, it feels good to feel one on there.
Well, he hit the perch.
I mean, this is 80-pound braid, so I mean, he should.
100-pound braid.
100-pound braid.
Yep. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he just came off.
Right.
So he got a good teeth mark on it, didn't he?
Yeah. What I'll do with the bait now is I'll just rerun the hook a little different because there's nothing wrong with the bait.
Right.
The eyeballs.
Obviously, still tasted good for him to be able to hit it.
Oh yeah. Well, unfortunately, that happens out here.
Absolutely.
That's why we call it fishing and not catching.
Fish on right here. Hit the corner one that time, didn't he, Alan?
Yes, he did.
Well, this 80-pound braid.
That sea herring, he likes that pressure.
I thought this will be the second fish we've caught on sea herring, right?
Yep.
Well, we ain't got him in yet, but coming right over top of that drift bag. Get off there, thank you. No, I got him out of that one, didn't I? Okay.
Okay, yeah.
There we go.
Looks in pretty good.
There we go. Yeah, right through the corner that time.
Right in the boat.
No problem out of it.
About 4 to 5 pounds.
Alan, just checking, can you get that out there?
Yep.
I know you done got us on some really good fish today. Would you like to tell everyone how we can get in touch with you?
Yes, I'm on. I got my Spence's Guide Service webpage. I'm also on Facebook, Spence's Guide Service, and you can reach me at area code 803-983-8284.
8284. Okay. What made you get into guiding? I know you said you was in the military.
Yes, I'm retired Air Force. I was stationed, retired out of Shaw Air Force Base. I got stationed here in '92, right after Hurricane Andrews went through Florida. I was down Louisiana, and I retired here. I was here about 2 years, and I decided just to stick down here. I'm originally from Pennsylvania.
Right.
And I enjoyed my time. I liked it down south here. I was down there for 7 years, and I just decided I was going to stay here and fish, try to fish.
Plenty good fish in this lake, right?
It is. It's fantastic. These things are exceptionally good eating fish.
They absolutely are.
You can't beat something. The fillets out of this, 2 little fillets out of this is what you need to eat.
That's right.
And there's a lot of these in the lake. They really reproduce real good. Some years are better than others, but overall, you can't beat it.
That's a real good fish. Let's get him back in the water.
No
We'll
problem.
try to catch another one.
There he goes.
Oh yeah, another one on. We started 8 foot on this drift, trying to pull down into this. Basically, we got the creek channel. Oh yeah, trying to stay down now. Putting a little bit of drag. There we go. Come up out there. Come up out there. That's a little better one there. Got a little better one here, guys. There you go.
I want him.
But we tried to pull in this creek channel, and I reckon they just sitting right there in the bottom of it because he hammered it as soon as we pulled off into it. Alan, I know that you was talking earlier about you retired from the military. I know you give a military discount, right?
Oh yeah, anybody that's active duty or retirees, just get with me. What we'll do is a discount for them. Also, I have a place for them to stay down here at the lake if they need to. We're allowed 1 36 blue cat per person.
Per person.
Right now, there's no limit as far as anything under 36.
There we go.
You come into the boat, you stand down nicely.
That's exactly what you want to see.
Yep. You got it okay?
I got this one, yeah.
Here's another good fish. Look at that. Oh yeah. This is the tournament fish here. He's staying down. He's not.
That's exactly what you want.
Oh yeah.
It's a good problem to have, ain't it?
Yes, it is. This is the kind of fun people can have. They come down here. Yeah, another tournament fish. Now, this guy might not be 36. Go ahead. You got the net?
I'm trying to get you out over here. Hold on.
Barely in him.
I see that.
Just go ahead and dump him out of that. I got the handle.
Dump him on that.
Dump him right out of it onto the ground. That's not going to hurt him.
Oh no.
Yours is bigger than mine.
I know it. There we go.
Mine, I think, was.
He's barely hooked though, ain't he?
Yep, barely hooked.
It's a good double to have there. All right, guys, you see we got some of the chaos under control. I mean, it's a good problem to have. We got 2 good stud fish. These would be great tournament fish, like the upcoming tournament we was talking about this weekend. This one here weighed 27. We said that one weighed what, 19?
19.
Right, and this is more indicative of what kind of fish you can get on down here in Lake Marion, the Santee Cooper Lakes here in South Carolina. And what I'm saying is with these fish right here is you can have, you know, like that was a double hookup. You know, it can't always happen like that, but it can happen like that. And so you've seen we probably wrapped up every rod on the boat, had to fight one net man, couldn't get him out of the net to get him in.
Now you know what it's like trying to land one by yourself.
That's right. But if you're really looking for somebody to put you on them, I'd talk to Allen Spence. He definitely knows what he's doing. So until next time, get out and enjoy your Carolina outdoors.
Thanks for watching Carolina Outdoors. More information and other great shows are at nccarolinaaoutdoorstv.com. See you next week on Carolina Outdoors.